Alright, well, Steve just got his brass knuckles. I wouldn't say confiscated, but
temporarily confiscated.
Yeah, temporarily for our visit. We just got into the Coliseum. I'm not gonna do much recording because I'm gonna run out of the tapes. Well, I got like half an hour left, and we still got plenty more to see in Rome. So we'll just do little snapshots here and there. We'll be fine. Sure. There you go, Pops. Keep your heart out. It's amazing, dude. I hate being short. It sucks. Wow.
没办法，这个照着报举不好了，这老子。
يلا تعال ضل ما
Ridiculous. So you fought in there, or what the?
There used to be a floor there.
So are those the tunnels? Oh, I see that. I see that. This is intense, man. 60,000 people.
Sounds like underneath it.
Nice.
Different tiers. The second level seats will be on top of the southern walls behind you. Coming out here, you would have found just white marble seats all around you. I mean, the bricks are the skeleton of the building. And the Colosseum was originally as high as the opposite side, all the way around. There's only roughly 40% left on the other wall, after several earthquakes. That is why the staircase behind you, and that was the staircase, it looks like it's going nowhere. So now the whole big part of the building is missing on that side. The staircase is up to the second floor. So if you look at the opposite side, you can see the first slope and the walkway and the second slope, the first two tiers. There are 4 in total. The first one was for the VIPs of ancient Rome, senators, foreign ambassadors, high priests. The second level are for the knights. The knights are wealthy yet not noble. Let's say the middle class, using that modern expression. On the third level, above the square windows, the average people, the working class. And on the nosebleeding section, the top level, we see the last railing up there. The lowest of the lowest in Roman society. People like slaves, peasants, women, that kind of people. Tour guides. The area I'm talking about is where most people stood on some sort of a terrace that ran around the entire building. Women had to go there. The ones going there too often were anyone was considered somewhat eccentric. The top level was also the performing area, and those women that went there to earn a living, if you know what I mean. The gates are 84 of the gates were not numbered, and one was the Emperor's Gate, the one in front of us, behind the cross on the opposite side. The cross is not ancient, it dates back to 1749. The Emperor's box, the imperial body, was above the cross. We see that gap in between the walls, the square empty space. That's where the Emperor sat with his family and the 6 highest priestesses, the Vestal Virgins. In front front of it, so down here on the left, was the Senator's Gate. Senators had their seats assigned for life in this building, and their names are even carved on their seats. So when a senator died, his name was chiseled away, and a new name was carved. The expression, "I don't see your name on that seat," came from this building, and that was it. The Gladiator's entrance was the one on the left end of the long axis. You see that crowded terrace on the left. There's an arch where they're called the Triumphal Gate. Gladiators entered the arena as it was a triumphal court, with nice sparkling gold up and top, with slaves walking behind them carrying the weapons. The one around the arena once to stop in the Emperor's box to say, "Hail to the Emperor, with the formula we're about to die, salute you." Then they went to the armor, which is part of that maze, under the Claude Arena, where they put on their fight gear. Gladiators entered the arena alive. That is still here. The gates at the right end, the long axis is called Eutina was the patron goddess of funerals, and the only people going out of that gate alive were the slaves carrying bodies outside. All surviving gladiators for good luck went back out through the other, through the other gate. 80 years ago, they rebuilt that portion of the Claude Arena on the right to show people what the arena would have been like. You should try to picture an identical wooden stage stretching across the entire oval. Gladiators fought over a timber floor sprinkled with sand. The purpose of the sand was to absorb the blood, so it not gets liquid on busy days. Sand in Latin is actually arena. That's why we call these kind of buildings arenas, for that blood-absorbing sand. There were two more levels under the Claude Arena. The underground part of the building was very busy during the gates. About 300 people were working there. Looking at the center of it, you should be able to see a row of square chambers running parallel to the long axis. Can you see them there? There's actually 4 different rows of chambers, even though you can only see one from here. Wild animals are led through narrow tunnels like ground level. You could go in one direction only, until they got trapped in one of those chambers, where a system of counterweights, a lift, would have brought them up as a trap door was opening on the floor of the arena. There used to be 28 trap doors, 7 gates around the arena, and a stage manager planning and organizing when, where, and what is going to be popping out on the Claude Arena. Even gladiators could have come out from there. Whenever the wild animals, were on the Claude Arena, well, the crowds had to be protected. The marble walls surrounding the arena couldn't be any higher than the first row of seats, obviously. Some of the first level seats are reconstructed on the right, where those railings are, showing how far from the arena the first row was. Not far enough, right? Those few marble steps. So they had to place a much higher metal net all around, with archers ready to shoot down the animals trying to climb the net. But I want to remind everybody how the Colosseum was built in 80 AD. Well, we know that during the first 2 years, that part of the building under the Claude Arena was not built yet. The area was left completely clear. The Romans are able to remove the Claude Arena and fill it with water in just 24 hours, maybe using the nearby aqueduct. That was done to actually stage naval battles in this building. They called them naumachias, using a Greek word. 4 to 6 boats with 15-20 prisoners of war on each one. Reenacted famous historical sea battles in a Colosseum. But the men on the boats had no way out unless they killed their opponents. If one of those men fell overboard and tried to swim away, the archers all around would have been ready to kill him. They only had very few naval battles in here, and maybe simply to surprise the crowds coming to the newly built Colosseum. If we consider how in town already there's a much better place for this kind of games, a large artificial lake. Then the area underground was built, right? What also was under the Claude Arena was the machinery, cranes and counterweights moving up, could be moving up trees, rocks, something else. A whole new stage set up could be emerging from the area underground within minutes. Part of the Claude Arena could even flip over. The Gladiators Armory was also down there, and the morgue. I'm sorry, you were saying? Yeah, there's some cats in here. Not as many as it used to be. There used to be over 100 cats in the Colosseum, but most of them left or died or they were poisoned. But now there's only maybe like 5 or 6 left.